Good morning and welcome back to another what I eat in a day video. I already had my hot lemon water and took my supplements. Now I'm having an amazing greens, what is this called? Green superfoods chocolate flavor. Normally I like to make a juice in the morning, but my juicer is broken, so this is going to have to do. And actually the chocolate flavor is not bad at all. It doesn't look too pretty, but it doesn't taste bad. And then of course I'm also having some dark chocolate. I'm going to have this work out and then I will show you what I have for breakfast. All right, I am done working out. I am steaming out here. It's cold, but because I'm sweating so much, I am steaming. But the sun came out. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Let's make some breakfast. So for breakfast this morning, I'm going to make what I have made every single morning for probably a month or so now because I just love it. And that is some plant-based yogurt with pomegranate, different seeds, and granola. I already have about a half a pomegranate's worth of seeds in here. And now I'm going to add some coconut yogurt. This is about a half a cup. So one of these containers lasts me for 2 mornings. And the yogurt of course gives me a bit of protein as well as some probiotics. Next I am adding 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. And chia seeds are another great source of protein and they are very rich in omega-3s, which are anti-inflammatory. I am also adding about a tablespoon of hemp seed. And hemp seed also another great source of protein as well as omega-3s. And then I'm adding a good serving of pumpkin seeds, and pumpkin seeds are very rich in several minerals, but especially zinc. Of course, we are going to add some dark chocolate chips. And I really like this brand. These are dairy-free, soy-free, but they're actually really good. And before I add the granola, I'm going to give this a good mix. And then lastly, I'm going to add some granola, and I really love this Love Crunch right here. And of course, I'm also going to have some Dandy Blend. And here we go. Like I said, I have been eating this breakfast every morning for at least a month now. I love it. It is so satisfying and so nutritious. So I'm going to enjoy this and my Dandy Blend. And then I will take Sam for a walk, do some work, and I'll see you for lunch. Do you want to go for a walk? Okay, let's go. Right here are our neighbor's chickens. And if you hear a rooster in the background of my videos, that's this guy right here. Hey, Rudy. Hi. Somehow he knows exactly when I sit down to film a video and he wants to chime in. We usually come here every morning and give them some bread. So every morning when I get out of the gate, this is what I see. They're all lined up and they're waiting for me. You love to talk when I make videos, don't you? I know you do. Actually, that wasn't Rudy, that was this guy right here. We got to give you a name too. You have something to say, huh? Hi. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hi. It is lunchtime and I am hungry. I have my oven preheating, so sorry about the noise in the background. I'm going to cut up some of this tofu, marinate it in some maple syrup, sriracha, and soy sauce. And then I will also cut up some portobello mushrooms as well as bell peppers and bake all of that in the oven to put on top of a beautiful salad. This is one of my favorite ways to marinate tofu, and there really aren't any exact measurements. I just use a bunch of soy sauce, And this is gluten-free soy sauce right here. And then depending on how spicy I feel that day, I add sriracha. And this, by the way, is not all just for today. I'm making quite a bit extra, and then I have it for the days to come to put on top of a salad or some rice or whatever it goes with. And then lastly, I add a bit of maple syrup. And I cover this up, and then I just shake it up well. And then ideally I would let it sit in the fridge like this to soak up the marinade for a couple of hours. But I am way too hungry for that right now. So I'm just going to let it sit while I cut everything else, and then we will bake it. Sammy absolutely loves bell peppers. And every time I cut them, this is what she does. You want some? Alright, we're going to put all of this in the oven, and while it is baking, I'm going to wash my lettuce and get the salad ready. So I have a nice big bowl of some arugula as well as kale right here. I cut up some green grapes, some cherry tomatoes, half an avocado. Then I dressed it with this right here. This is just a balsamic glaze I get here in Italy, and it's quite good. And I have a few leftover roasted chickpeas I'm going to put on top as well. And everything else is still in the oven, but it should be done any second. We're going to add some portobello mushrooms. And these are perfect, they're just a little bit crispy. Our bell peppers. And then also our tofu, and you can see this tofu looks nice and crispy, it looks delicious. And then lastly, I'm adding a bit of store-bought hummus. As well as a few pistachios. And how beautiful does that look? I cannot wait to eat this. I'm going to enjoy this right now, and then I will see you for dessert. Lunch was delicious. It was a really good salad. And now I'm having some more dandy blend with soy milk and of course some dark chocolate. This one is a German brand, it's called Vivani. It is 85%, it is a vegan dark chocolate. It is really, really good. So I'm going to enjoy these two right now, and I will see you for dinner unless I get hungry before that. Come here, love, you want some lunch? Come here, sweetie. Come here, hi, love. Come here, let's get you some food. Of course, at this point, it would not be a what I eat in a day video without Peggy, who came to us about 5 months ago. We found her in our yard. She was injured. She couldn't fly. So we gave her some shelter and some food, and it took about 2 weeks for her to be able to fly. When she flew off, I was happy for her, but also sad. However, she has been coming back every single day since for the last 5 months, which has made me really happy. At this point, she knows my voice. She listens to her name. Hi, Peggy. You enjoy your lunch, okay? Well, this day just blew by. It is already dinner time, and tonight for dinner, I'm making one of my favorites. I'm going to make a sweet potato Buddha bowl. It is delicious, nutritious, and really easy to make. I have all my ingredients right here. Let's make it. So of course we're going to need some sweet potato. This is a very large one, and this will be enough for my husband and I. We need some chickpeas, some kale, and then for the dressing I'm going to use some tahini, a bit of lemon juice, some maple syrup, and I also wanted to have a bit of a kick, so I'm going to add some sriracha. So the first thing I will do is preheat my oven, cut the potato, and then get everything else ready. We're going to add our sweet potatoes to a lined baking sheet. And you can see how much this is. This is just that one big sweet potato. So we want to make sure to spread it nice and evenly. And then I'll add a little bit of sea salt. and also a tiny bit of paprika. And then we're also adding our rinsed chickpeas. And I like to just add a bit of turmeric to these. And now we're going to put these in the oven until the sweet potatoes are done. And while our sweet potatoes are in the oven, we are going to take our kale and turn it into little kale chips. And you could make this sweet potato bowl with other vegetables as well. It's really good with some broccoli on top or some bell peppers, but my favorite really is with some kale chips on top. And then we're going to add a bit of sea salt, as well as a bit of lemon juice. And we'll massage that in here. Now if you use oil, of course, you could add a bit of olive oil to this, but I am using just some lemon juice and salt. And then for the dressing, we're going to use some tahini, some lemon juice, a little bit of maple syrup, and then, like I said, I wanted to have a bit of a kick, so I'm adding some sriracha, but if you don't want it spicy, just leave that out. And then we're giving that a good mix. And depending on how runny your tahini is, you might have to add a little bit of hot water. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of hot water here. There you go, perfect. Alright, our sweet potatoes as well as the chickpeas are done. Now, unfortunately, I can only fit one baking sheet in my oven. Otherwise, I would have put the kale in about 10 minutes ago. So if you can fit 2 baking sheets in your oven, you can bake the kale while the potatoes are still in there. But I'm going to take this off right now, put it in bowls, and then put my kale chips into the oven. And I'm just going to use the same parchment paper. And we want to make sure we're spreading it out nicely so it gets cooked nice and evenly. And we will put this back in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, our kale is nice and crispy. Let's add it to the bowls and add the dressing. How beautiful does that look? I cannot wait to dig into this. Thank you so much for watching. All the recipes are in the description box. Until next time, bye.